Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here finally. It's taking me a little bit to get started. But we're here and we're going to be doing some more coding. I try very gingerly to adjust the volume. Very hard to adjust the volume on a YouTube video manually there, but it's working somewhat. All right, friends. Let's see if it does not look like the camera is working. Let's go see here. That would be a no. Let's see. Kick that a little bit. Wake it back up. There we go. Welcome everybody. Hope everyone's had a good day, is having a good weekend so far. We're going to pick up where I've left off here with some more coding. The screen up for myself. There we go. And microphone a little bit. There we go. Very good. All right. Cool beans. Wow, I can zoom in a lot more than I could before for some reason. Probably good enough so it can be seen. Right. So, where we left off yesterday is we got the form completed for creating a new application in the system for third-party app that has written a record to the client owner registry as well as to the auth2 client registry here, and linked by the owner, so we know what user actually owns those things. So generate secrets and other things here. I am wondering though, I do feel like the client secret, I probably should, but it has to be like a two-way thing anyway. Like I have to be able to just to show the client secret to them. So I guess it's gonna have to be the way it is right now. Problem with how it is right now is that it's very like if anyone were to be able to query the database, they'd be able to see the client secrets that could be used. Hey Tech, welcome. I saw you were live over there playing some more Starfield. Hope everything's going well with you. What, no Starfield? Nope, tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Starfield. More coding today. Saturdays are coding, Sundays are Starfield. Hey, Assassin, welcome. Yep, more coding today. Trying to maintain the variety of the channel. Can't stay off it. I know. I hear you. I even when I'm sitting here writing code, I'm like, man, I really want to go play some Starfield. But yeah, I mean, it's just good. It's just, what can I say? I enjoy it. Yeah, variety. Starfield. Yep. Yep. Well, I mean, and the funny thing about that is too, is like every time you tune into somebody playing Starfield, they're always doing something different anyway, right? So, like, you know, you're never really seeing the same thing. You're never really seeing the same thing twice. You know? Not Star Citizen. Well, yeah. I tend to treat Star Citizen as though it were like American Truck Simulator or something like that, right? Where it's like you're just kind of, it's just the background for you to just kind of do whatever you want to do in the foreground, you know? Like I just want to deliver packages for, 3 hours. You can sit down and just deliver packages for 3 hours, you know? Like a 2-year-old making a coloring book. Well, yeah, it is what it is, I guess, at this point. They always, it was a well-known problem that Chris Roberts had, could not keep the deadlines and stuff. So, it's, in order to keep the deadlines, you have to not be, you have to not throw the kitchen sink at everything, right? That said, they are certainly, albeit very slowly, they are certainly making an interconnected world over there. I think the biggest problem with Star Citizen, she only do ideas and not be in charge. I would go so far as to say he needs someone else. He needs a foil that keeps him grounded, right? Not having a publisher was the worst thing Star Citizen could have done. The crowdfunding was simultaneously the best and worst thing they could have done, because it doesn't put the screws to Roberts when he needs to be put back on track, right? He's allowed to kind of meander through the woods instead of stay on target, you know? Exactly. I think the other biggest thing, and this really goes to those of us who backed it in the first place. Like, we all wanted Squadron 42. And we all still want Squadron 42. And I think the vast majority of people who were initial backers probably wanted Squadron 42. That's what they wanted, another Wing Commander game. The problem is that I think Chris Roberts wanted Star Citizen more than he wants Squadron 42. And I think he's kind of stuck now, where he's put so much effort into Squadron 42, and he's got so many people working on Squadron 42, because he knows that that's what everyone signed up for. For all the people who originally backed the game, only a small fraction are playing Star Citizen. So I think Squadron 42 is kind of hanging around his neck like a noose. And so he's been devoting all of his energies and all of his resources, or most of his resources, to Squadron 42, which has been behind schedule for years, like everything else. And that's why we're seeing the one thing that we can see, Star Citizen, we're seeing it go at such a glacial pace, and also we're not seeing, like, the kinds of things you would expect to see from an early access game, like better onboarding, better mission types, you know, a fix to a lot of the lag, a lot of the 30Ks and stuff like that. You're not seeing like the basic quality of life things happening. They're happening, but they're happening so slowly compared to everything else because they're completely focused on, like, the resources that are probably doing that are focused elsewhere. They're focused on Squadron 42. And then somehow, and this is going to be the real weird thing, somehow all that effort that's going into Squadron 42 is then going to get dumped into Star Citizen. And I'm not sure how they plan on doing that. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of overlap, but they are really two completely different beasts, you know? So I can't see that. I can't see that code merge in my head, you know? I can't see exactly where that code's going to merge together. Now maybe it's more of an expertise thing where, okay, now they've got all these people done with Squadron 42, they can bring that expertise back over and have them rewrite their stuff for Star Citizen in such a way that it makes sense in an MMO setting, but I have no idea. Making dang ships with no user idea what they're there for? Yeah. Yes. I mean, that's the other thing, right? Is that you've got all these ships that are there for professions that people want to do, but you've made no easy in-game way to progress to those professions. The only way to do it right now is to buy a ship for real money. And that's not really going to float too well. Once, you know, the general public starts to come into it, you know. Unstructured code is where the issue will hit. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be... Because, I mean, Squadron 42 is a single-player experience. So the things you can get away with in a single-player experience are not necessarily going to translate to a persistent universe. Right? Look at the sales, how down they are. Yeah, I think people are finally... I mean... I'd say that people are finally tired of the BS, but in reality it's more like they've been so scattershot the last couple releases. You know, like it was getting for a little while there, the releases were getting better. You know, they were getting a little bit more stable, and we were seeing some quality of life stuff and all that coming in. And then the last two releases have been, you know, 19 or .19 and .20, 3.19 and 3.20 have just been a freaking disaster because they've just been almost unplayable for weeks until they get the patches that they should have had in the first place, you know. For 13 years you would have thought 42 would have a beta. Yeah, I mean, that's what they need. That's exactly what they need. They need a they needed a beta or something. They needed to put a demo out of the first act or something, you know, first couple missions, like a good old-fashioned demo disc, and be like, here's where we're at so far. I mean, Christ, the actors who are playing in Squadron 42, like they recorded all their stuff, what, 5 years ago? Like, I mean, are they I mean, Mark Hamill's not exactly getting younger. You know what I mean? Is he going to be around to see, you know, the finished product? Like what the hell, man? John Rhys Davies. Oh God, who was the Gillian Anderson? Yeah, that's the one from X-Files. Like, I mean, they're not spring chicken anymore. They're getting up there. You know, they're gonna be. Is this gonna be their swan song? The last thing we ever see of them when this finally comes out? You know. They needed it before Starfield. It's too late now. Yes and no. As I've said a couple times, Starfield is great as a RPG. It is not great as a space RPG. Right? Like, the space combat is far and away better in Star Citizen, even with the jankiness that it has, right? Because first and foremost, that was what Star Citizen was built around. And any game that was built around that space combat, like the Free Space 2 kind of space combat, is going to do better than Starfield in that regard. Like Everspace 2 was fantastic, right? So from that perspective, I'm let down quite a bit, because to me, to do what you're doing needs some good, like there's a lot of stuff that Starfield does in space that would be so much more enhanced by a better engine, right, than what they have. Like, I should be able to retreat. You know, I should be able to actually perform some evasive maneuvers. You know, the AI shouldn't be a crack shot constantly. You know, there should be some more meat on those bones. Starfield had to pick where to build the better spots. Can't do it all. Oh, I completely agree. I completely agree. I know they had to cut back. They had to do the thing that Chris Roberts won't do, which is they had to pick and choose their battles, right? So I totally get that, and I totally understand that. And I'm not saying they won't come out with a DLC that like vastly improves some of that stuff. We're already seeing mods that are improving the space stuff, you know. And it's their first space game, yes. Yeah, exactly. Which kind of goes to my, like, I wish they would have hired people who have done a space game before. You know what I mean? It feels like they had a lot of people who've done Elder Scrolls or Fallout before, but not too many that have done, you know, a space game before. There's some things in there that I think would have been enhanced by that. But having said all that, the other big glaring problem with Starfield is that the writing is so inconsistent, right? And they just needed more consistently high quality writing, because there's a lot of stuff that they introduce but they don't go anywhere with it, you know. And I think too, a lot of their problems are symptoms of using, you know, the creation engine as well. Because look at a place like Neon, for instance. Neon is, I feel like, is half as fleshed out as it should be. Like, there's so much more you could go and do with Neon. Aquila. There's so much more you could do with Aquila. And yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, there's so much more you could do with Aquila that I feel like they don't go and do. Even New Atlantis has room already for more stuff that they don't quite do. You know, it feels like it's very surface level in some of those areas. Even though as you walk through them, you're getting peppered with activity. Like, just take a short walk through there, and you get like 4 or 5 activities thrown at you from random people. I still feel like there was even more room in there for more stuff. And yeah, I mean, they had to get it out there and get it done. So it's, I just hope they don't neglect. And that's my concern right now. I also hope that it's not like blocked by the whole by the engine. Like, I'm hoping that the engine can churn out some of the stuff that we're looking for, you know, in it. Oh yeah, no, agreed. You know, Star Citizen is not even in the same category, honestly, right now. It's still very much the tech demo, still very much a hardware demo for anything right now. Still, there's still fun to be had there, but there's also a lot of hardship to be had there too. It's like I always say, when you log into Star Citizen, you don't know if it's going to be a fun night or a frustrating night. You just don't even know. It could be one or the other or both. Oh yeah. No, it's. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. See where it goes from there. I'm honestly hoping that this inspires indie devs to come in and do more stuff like this. What was that game? Was it Space War 3030? Something like that. Let me see if I can find it. In my library here. I think it was Space War 3030. Death War. 3030 Death War Redux is a top-down 2D space shooter thing with, some storyline and all that stuff. And I would love to see more. I hope there's more indie devs that look at Starfield and go, look, we could do an RPG just like this, but better. And we do have, I did play something fairly similar. It was, I can see the logo, I can't see the words of the logo. Can't think of it. It's Where find it here. I don't even know what the single player RPG. Hang on, folks. I'm just kind of looking through my Steam library here for this game that I played that has elements of space in it. The tactical RPG that was okay, but didn't really grab me that much. Like the space part of it wasn't as good as I was hoping for. I mean, we do have stuff like Spaceborne 2, which is still in early access, which is really, really good. Because that does both ground and space combat. Was it Star? Or something. Armies or Star Dynasties. Fighter. Star. Renegade. Star's End. Starfleet Armada. Starpoint Gemini. Dead Star, Star Control. Baseball Stars too. Star Rangers. Star Crawler. Ruler. Nah, and Star Wars stuff. Huh. Is it space? Art space, space trains. Actually, space. I forget the name of it, as I usually do. I'll look it up. I wonder. Thing is, it would be on my YouTube. I have to look it up from there. Let me see. Let me check it real fast here. I did a let's play of it. A partial let's play. Let me see. Where is it? Content. We have playlist here. You have playlist. Okay, can I see more than just 10? Yeah, here. 250 for page. Wasn't that terribly long ago. Ah, there it is. Stellar Tech. But that was, so Stellar Tactics was an RPG, or is an RPG, that does have some space combat stuff in it. The space stuff wasn't all that great. Like you could take over enemy ships and everything else. The ground combat was all turn-based tactical stuff and actually pretty difficult. But it's I guess that's about the closest that I've seen to a Starfield, and even that's, like I said, lacking quite a bit when it comes to the just having the with the space combat and the tactical turn-based combat and all that stuff. So, well, no on that one. Anyway, what am I doing here? What is going on? Alright, so I can get that up there. Alright, let's see if we can get back to some coding here, friends. Let's get this page going, and we'll see what we can do. So, what I want to do is get the view page working. So we got the new, great new, working all right. We'll need an edit page. That'll be largely a copy paste, though, I would say. And then what else? Yeah, where is my over dashboard control? Here we go. Okay. So view applications, yes, we don't actually do anything yet as far as going and retrieving the applications. So we'll need that now. So I have I broke up the DAO out, broke the DAO out from its interface that it's doing. Client repository DAO. And I'm kind of thinking for the linking table, I can just put stuff in here. I don't think I need another. I don't think I want to spin up a different DAO just for the linking table. So I need a way to retrieve all the applications for a particular user. So let's do. Where's the let here? There it is. The client ID and user ID. So we will grab over here. I need a. Oh, I have it. Get registered clients for developer. I already wrote this. Select from OAuth 2 client registry where client ID and select registered client ID from client owner registry where user ID equals whatever. Oh, good. Okay. I already did it. I didn't even realize I already did it. I'm going to do it again. Okay, so I just need to call this get registered clients for developer. So we go to developer dashboard here. And I already have the DAO coming in. So we'll say try. How does this return it? List of registered client photos. Okay. So list next registered. User owned applications. How to get registered clients for developer. User ID. Alright, so first of all, import lists. Import that. User ID is get user ID. There we go. Logger error. Unable to display user application. User owned applications. Exception. Add error message. Next. Error. Error. Okay. That gets our applications back. And all I really need to do is put that into the model. The model, that attribute. What did I call it? Did I already have it on the page somewhere? Application. I just called it application. Alright. Do for applications. User owned applications. And that should be good for right now. Alright, let's see where we're at with that. Project cleaned. I'm going to do that again because I don't think it actually worked. We've had this problem before. Alright, let's see. I feel like it still isn't quite working, but I guess I gotta go through the motions and have it fail in order to then have it feed. Oh, now it's working now. Okay. Over home and then applications. An error occurred while processing your request. Tail minus F. Help me. Let's log. Syntax error at the end of input. Oh, I missed the closing parenthesis. Duh. Duh. Have that tailing right now. Oh, come on over here. Yeah, I did miss it. Well, that would do it. Okay. Get that. Have to restart here. Start. I'm having a problem. What's your major malfunction now? That's equal. Oh, I forgot the other part. I'm dealing with UUIDs here. I'm gonna do from that. That. Save. UID is getting pushed in there. Okay, project. Clean build. Boom. There we go. Okay. It didn't bring me back any information. Unless I didn't actually fill it out yet on the page. Applications. Client name, client ID. Well, this I don't have. Application name, client ID. What's going on here? There's a stack trace here though. Not set variable called application into web variables map. Such name is a reserved word. Really? Really? Alright. Reach app. In apps. This doesn't exist yet, so well, I'll see what happens there. App. App. Okay. And over here, I gotta change this to apps. No, applications was a reserved word. That's a bit annoying. Okay. There we go. Now we're showing stuff. Some stuff anyway. An ID. I'd have to retrieve the user's approved thing. So what we need, first of all, we need client ID and client secret, and both of those need to be protected on the page. Do that, and then the application name on there. We have a delete button at the moment. It's missing its button delete thing. Delete button and then an edit button. I think I want the... I think I want to make sure that whenever I do like a delete or a remove, that the button is red, just to kind of make it stand out from the other buttons. Also, I'm going to put a... it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess, yeah, I could have it stand out from the other buttons. And then, I mean, one way or the other, I'm going to put a confirm on it to make sure that you really do want to delete it. You know. Okay. Then client ID and client secret, I want to, basically I want to obfuscate them and then put, I guess 2 buttons there. One would be to... I want them changing their client ID. No, client ID you don't have to change. Or you shouldn't change. Client secret can change. I think for client ID I'll just have I'll have 2 buttons that are, one that's to show it on screen and the other to copy it to clipboard. And then for the client secret I'll have 3. One to show it on screen, one to regenerate it, generate a new one, and one to copy to clipboard. So, I need... First of all, let's get the buttons on the screen. You can see what I'm looking at. Is this total consent can be shown. Okay, that's I'm looking to put the button on there. So first of all, there's gonna be, so we have the delete, and I have a button, edit. And then I need a font awesome icon for that. What the frick? All right, free, and give me a. FA solid, FA pencil. Sounds about right. Pencil. And then client ID. I have the client ID. I wonder if I can just put some other tags here too. That's going to let me do that. So what is the outline? Small. You copy. Need a I. As you get all the powers unlocked in Starfield, you lose the ability to use guns. I gotta see if I take it after I do final mission. Because for Unity, you'll get it back. Yeah, use ability to use guns. I guess you can't use the you still have the gun skills, right? You just don't have the guns that you start out with, right? That's one of the things I wanted to explore too, is to see if I could use the glitched out merchant in Aquila City. If I could use the chest that's glitched out in front of the general store there, to like put stuff in it and see if it doesn't get cleared out when you go into New Game Plus, if you could just pick things back out of it again that you've put into it. I wanted to try that out to see if that was a thing. If I could actually send something to myself in the next the next new game, the next universe. You never got that glitch to work? really. It's just there's a puddle in front of the general store, the one closest to the door, over to the right. You crouch and then go into third person mode and then look at the puddle, and you'll see all the wares that the merchant has for free. You can just take them all. And then when you go talk to the merchant, he'll still have all of his stuff, but you can then sell him all the stuff back that you just grabbed and it wasn't stealing or anything. And then sometimes after you talk to the merchant, there'll be more stuff that shows up in that box, but sometimes not. But yeah, I mean, if nothing else, that's like a good place to go. Like when you initially need money going into the next universe, you can just go right there and just grab all that stuff for free, sell it to the merchants around the area, and get some easy money. There's even some halfway decent guns in there. I don't know if it's the really good guns or really good stuff, but you know, at least you'd have something. It's a nice little like thing you can kind of take advantage of. The other thing too, I'm gonna install this after I get done here, before tomorrow. There's another mod, the HD texture mod just came out for Starfield. I downloaded that, and I just have to put that, install that. It's by the same guy that did the HD texture mods for like, what did he do? He did them for like The Witcher 3 and something else too, I forget. But well-known like texture artists who just kind of went in and cleaned up all the textures so that they look a little bit more HD. Hey, Shin! Are things on fire yet? Nope. Nothing's on fire, thankfully. Very, very rainy here, though. Very rainy. No fire, though, thanks. How you doing, Shin? I think we're getting the remnants of one of the hurricanes or tropical storms or whatever it is. So it's going to be like supposed to rain here all weekend. And actually it's the only I think 56 out there today, which is so far like yesterday was in the 70s and it just dropped to 56 today. So I have jeans on, but not exactly comfortable because my one leg is still swollen from the heat and stuff. So walking around, I got like my one like it's all like stretched. my one leg is all pant leg is all stretched tight and the other one is loose. I look like a weirdo walking around because of my leg. You had to cancel your first stream because you're taking care of some last second stuff for a site you manage for an anime convention? Oh, okay. Yeah. FA, regular FAI. FA slash, okay. So FA R FA I and copy. They just have a thing that says copy or something. They copy, yeah. FA regular, FA, oops. FA copy. Let's save that and see what that. I had a feeling it wasn't going to show up. Okay. So we can't do. I just have to do it like this, I guess. My ID like that. I have too many things here. Yeah, I did. Okay. Did I do? Oh, it's. Is it square bracket? Yeah, I think it's. Yep, there it is. And we get view and copy. And then what I really want to do is hide this with CSS. So if I can do like a blur effect on it. So let me see, CSS blur text. I'll create blurry text CSS. Hey, Baggins. What's up? How you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while. Doing good? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just kind of doing my just chatting / coding stuff today. And then I'll be jumping into tomorrow. I'll be jumping in back into Starfield. Oh, just playing some Call of Duty and watch me code. There you go. That works. That works very good. Yeah, it's doing my thing. It's kind of doing my own little thing here in my own little corner, as it were. Chatting up about Starfield and about Star Citizen and all that stuff. Another thing too that I wanted to that I saw the other day is apparently Sea of Thieves is doing kind of a private session, private server sort of thing, sort of private instance, I guess is probably better, where you can just go in with a private instance and a group of people and just do PvE stuff, which I thought was pretty cool, because really honestly would have loved to see that sooner than we did, but they've really been pushing like the PvP stuff, and it is what it is. On the one hand, I wish that the PvE stuff that they're doing would not be nerfed as much as it is, because they're saying like, you can do this, you can play with your friends, and go do all the exploration, all that stuff, but you won't have, like, you only gain rewards at 30% speed, and you won't be able to participate in some of the bigger quest lines and company stuff and whatnot. And I kind of see what they were doing. Like, they are sort of, I guess, painted into a corner where they don't want to piss off the small vocal player base they have as it is, that likes things the way they are. But at the same, and on the same level, like, I guess they don't want an Elite Dangerous either, where nobody plays in Elite Dangerous Open, everybody plays in private instances because nobody likes to get ganked by high level players. So I don't know. On one hand, I kind of wish they went the Elite Dangerous route and just said, look, here's the private instances, and you can access everything you want, and, you know, go for broke. But I can kind of see why they're sort of doing it piecemeal like they are. They're sort of spinning it as a way to learn the ropes of the game without being thrown in the deep end. But in reality, I think it's just a lot of people have asked over the years for just, hey, I just have this community and I just want to play PvE stuff. We don't want to PvP. You know, we don't want to have high level players constantly come in and destroy our fun because we happen to be, you know, streaming or whatever. And I think they're trying to appease both sides of that, but I don't know. I would have liked them to just say, you know what, screw it, here, have a private server, knock yourself out, you know. Even if it was like a paid for private server, right? It's like, hey, you got a community, you pay us, you know, $5 a month or whatever, and you can have your own private server. You have access to everything you need, everything you want, like everything that the main servers have and all that stuff. Like, I feel like that would have been better than just kind of the, well, here's a PvE thing and it's, you know, 30% speed, and, you know, it's, I don't know. I don't know on that one. It has been an age and a half since I've played Sea of Thieves, though. And I guess I didn't really have as much of a problem with the PvP aspects as I guess other people have had. But then again, it's been quite some time. I've been in there, so I don't know what it's been like lately. I mean, they keep trying to with their like special events and stuff, and they had the whole Monkey Island thing and everything. They keep trying to bring people back into it, and I think this is sort of their last-ditch desperation attempt to get more people to come back to the game who have left it behind for one reason or another. But I don't know if it'll work for them or not. Still kind of feel like they could have gone all the way with it. Use this filter with its blur value. So, filter blur, WebKit filter blur. 2 pixels. I see. So if I were to get our CSS file, and do dot blur. And it would be filter blur 3 pixels, WebKit filter blur. I do that, and then over here, make that a span, and then we see what this does here. Nice. Although still somewhat legible. Maybe I need to do a little bit heavier. Try 5 pixels. Yeah, that's better. That is much better. The other one, you could kind of make out some of the numbers and stuff. This one, you definitely can't make anything out from. All right, so then I need some. So I already have a JavaScript file here, right? Applications.js. Yeah. Oh. Applications.js, so we'll do what is the name of the blur here? Well, view I don't need a data ID for. Take that off of there. Class. I need, oh, you know what I do need? So we'll put ID as HID as I guess app ID. App ID there. And then this one I did need the TH data ID. Or at least yeah, data ID will be fine. I'll be fine. Tell me where to go to do that. Actually, let's do to client ID text dash app ID. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't get this confused with other things on the page. And over here, $. Did I put a thing on this button? View client ID button. That way. View client ID button on, click, handle view client ID toggle. Handle view client ID toggle. So our ID equals /this, oops, data ID, and then client ID span is $, and for $, pound client ID text dash and then plus ID. And then have to toggle that class then. So $, client ID span dot toggle class, is that the name of it? BigQuery API documentation. Toggle, slide toggle. Toggle, yeah, toggle class. Here it is. How to remove one or more classes from each element in the set of matched elements, depending on either the class's presence or the value of the state argument. Yeah. So we toggle class blur on there. And then I want to change the icon, which is RFAI. So I can say var button icon is this dot find I. I think I'm doing that right. And then let's say if and button icon that has class. It's just has. Wait a minute, let me see here. What do I do for a 9-to-5 job? I do this, actually. I do coding. Software development in Java. And I do much the same of what I'm doing here, except it's not, obviously not doing the streaming site stuff. I do web-based application for scientific chemical management, inventory management stuff, and that and basically I'm what they call what's called a full stack developer. So I do back-end stuff. I do coding in the back end. I do coding on the web pages on the front side of things, and then basically all the way through to the database and communicating with the database and all that stuff. The group I'm in is a relatively small group. That we're not a medium-sized company, but the group that I'm in is a relatively small group, and there's just like 4 developers, including myself, and relatively big app too. But yeah, that's why I do like my 9-to-5 stuff. That's why I don't do a lot of coding streams. I only do like 2 to 3 coding streams a week, just because it's what I do for a day job, and I don't want to like burn out from it. It's kind of nice to do some of the side stuff because I'm doing stuff I don't normally do during the day. But I'm also learning about the tools learning more about the libraries and stuff that I use during the day that, that are upcoming. Like I'm using newer versions of the libraries here than I am at work. And so I'm using this also as a way to like see what's coming down the pipeline and figure out in my head what would have to change at the day job to accommodate this and all that stuff. So it's kind of feeding into both. Which is a little bit nice, but it's also at the same time I try not to do too much coding on the side because I will burn out from it. Too much of a good thing is still too much of a good thing, as they say. But I enjoy it a lot. And I also I've done things on the side before previously without, streaming them and stuff. And now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, you know what? I kind of enjoy streaming this stuff too, because it kind of acts as both a, creative stream and also as a chatting stream too. So it's kind of like a best of both a little bit. So that's kind of what's nice about it. And day job is all Java. and JavaScript, HTML, all that stuff. Just the same thing I'm using here, just out of just ease. It's easier for me to just do it. But I have streamed other things, like when I was writing code for Glimish, that was all Elixir code and stuff like that. So I was streaming those things, learning Elixir along the way, different programming languages to work in. I've used quite a few programming languages over the years, but it's been mostly Java for me, so it's been a while since I've had to go back to an old standby. I want very much to down and write like a mod for Starfield and stuff. But it's reaching back into my brain to try to bring forward all what knowledge I had of the older languages like C and C++ that are probably being used in those mods. Is not as appealing right now. I'd spend a lot of time trying to just familiarize myself with it because it's been so long since I've used it. But yeah, that's generally what I do. This is generally what I do during the day. With with meetings and designs and stuff like that, you kind of, as I've said to a lot of people, software development is kind of, it is ostensibly science, because I do have a bachelor's of science in it, but a lot of it is just kind of art, where you're just figuring out ways, brainstorming and figuring out ways to write as little code as you can, or to write the right kind of code, or to do the right kind of function, make the right kind of user interface, those kinds of things that go beyond just the ones and zeros. A developer, 25 years, support analyst that works with devs. Got a new job on Tuesday for supporting a web app front end and back end. Oh, nice. Nice, yeah. Yeah, support analysts are good. Good people. We need a lot of that. A lot of times, I've worked for big companies, I've worked for small companies. I kind of prefer the smaller companies, but they also have their caveats. The smaller companies, you're closer to the C-suite, which leads to some unpleasantness a lot of times, because people who are in the C-suite tend to be mental cases, for want of a better explanation. They tend to have their own drives, and sometimes can be a little bit much to deal with. Whereas in a larger company, you tend to be isolated from a lot of that much more. But in a larger company, you also end up with a lot of, what's the diplomatic word to use here? You end up with a lot of institutional baggage, where there's processes that don't make any sense but haven't been updated because there's resistance to change, Could not have said it better. Yeah. Now, I mean, I've worked for both. I've seen both things. I mean, like, man, I go back to this a lot because I learned a lot from this particular job, but I worked at a fairly large e-commerce company that doesn't really exist in any appreciable way anymore. But they were, you would never know that they existed, because all the sites, you would know the sites that they worked on, but all the sites were like white boxed. Is that what the name of it? Whitelisted, whatever it is. Where it was like, it looked like it was designed and developed by that site's owner, not by a completely different company. A white label, I think is what I'm looking for. So like I worked on things like NFLshop.com and like Toys R Us and sites like that were actually all, whenever you look at the site, you would think, oh, this is, Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh, it's probably run by, the actual company that runs Dick's Sporting Goods. And no, it wasn't. It was run by a completely different company. In fact, a lot of their warehousing was run by us as well. We did the technology and the warehouse, orders processing and all that stuff too for a lot of those things. So it was, so you kind of work on those sites and do a little bit here and there. And one of the things I always come back to with that company is, as big as that company was, it had a lot of technical baggage, because you could tell over the years that disasters had happened. Technology disasters had happened, and measures that should have been just stopgap measures until more permanent measures were put in place just to appease the crazy people at the top. And years later, you're just kind of stuck with it, even though they make absolutely no sense for what's going on, we had, in that particular job, I'll never forget this, we had a Excel spreadsheet that whenever you would plan out a new feature for the site, you had to fill out this Excel spreadsheet that would ask you how many classes, what are the names, and how many classes are you going to write? How many methods are there going to be? How many people are going to work on it? So on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. And there's several things you had to fill out in the Excel spreadsheet. And then the spreadsheet would just spit out a number. And that would be the number of hours, or actually, no, it spit out the number of days. The number of days, work days, it would take to do it for that number of people. And it was, everybody knew. Like, everybody on the technology team knew it was total bullshit. There is no science behind that. There is no magical algorithm that does that. It was just complete and utter horseshit. And but yet the uppity ups, the suits, they wanted those numbers. Oh, it's super important. We need to know this, right? Because they were sold. Some tech guy was like, you know what? I'm going to get you off my back, and I'm going to sell you a lie, just so you stop bugging me about things. And that's what they had. They had a lie, a very big lie there. And I remember I filled it out for something we were doing. I think PayPal integration with our payment processing throughout the site. At the PayPal button, the PayPal checkout, and all that stuff. And we had to kind of integrate it with our own checkout and blah, 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 blah. And me looking at just what had to happen there, I was like, this is a big deal. It's going to take a lot. It's a lot to integrate. But I was like, all right, let's just see what this spreadsheet spits out. And I put all the information in there. And for like 3 people, it spit out like 4 months time it would take. I was like, okay. I mean, I think it's going to take longer than that, but sure, we'll see what that does. So I send that up. I send that up the flagpole, and it comes back down, and I'm told, okay, you got 6 people, and you got 1 month. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Just throwing more cooks in the kitchen does not necessarily make your souffle rise faster. You just have more cooks in the kitchen and you don't know what to do with them. You know, they're all just kind of stepping on each other's toes while they try to do their little piece. But that was the demand. It was like, this must be done in 1 month. And you're going to have a team of 6. And oh, by the way, they're going to be offshore, most of them. So it was like, okay, let's just throw every, roadblock that we can at it. And, we managed to get it done in a month, but it was a death march, quite a bit. And it was like after I did that death march, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty well done at this company. And I just got my resume out there and just got away from it all because I just could not take it any longer. And they had that problem throughout. They had just a constant brain drain. People just coming in, working for 6 months, getting burned out, and leaving. Coming in, working for 6 months, getting burned out, and leaving. I think 6 months was like the average that people would just stay there. And I stayed there for 3 years, which tells you how much of a dumbass I am, I guess. So that, yeah, it was just stuff like that. Just seen all that crap. So, in those areas when you're in like the bigger company, and the reason I brought that up is thinking about bigger companies, it's there where I saw a lot of like support analysts and other things, just to kind of bridge the gap between us and like management. You need somebody who's there who can just kind of like speak do the translations from techno speak to the management speak and back again, and also we tried to embed as many people into the team as we could. So we had like QA people in there, we had UI people in there. That was kind of nice having people who were just dedicated to the UI to do things, because it freed us up to just worry about the design more. But yeah, it's a thing. That's a thing. I remove one or more clusters from each element. So wait, so yeah, I don't want that. I think I want has class or has. Am I here? Has selector, has class. That's what there is. A has button icon has class. FAI. And then remove class FAI. Add class FAI. What was it? Slashed? Say slash I? FAI slash. Okay. Where are we at here? FAI slash. Okay, else? Icon. Remove class AI slash. AI. Alright, let's see if this works for my purposes here. Click this. Does nothing. View client ID button. Did I forget something here? Client ID button on click, handle view client ID toggle. Not clicking. Alright, where's my... Where's my, why is it not showing my JS file? Oh, it is. Applications.js. Right now. Applications. What's... Hey, what? I want to show... Applications.js. Developer. Yes, developer. really confused here because it should be showing our JS file under here and it's not. I do make a reference though, right? Am I crazy here? This new application button uses it. What the hell? Where? New, okay, so new application form. Why is this wrong? Not showing me everything. Oh, is it because it's failing before it gets to... failing when it gets here? And it's not doing the rest of the page? Is that what's going on here? Because I'm like, that doesn't look like the full page. Yeah, here it is. Now it's bringing in the JS file. Yeah, there it is. Cool. That's doing exactly what I want to do. It's unblurring that. I change this icon. I change the icon back. There we go. Okay. Whew, I was going crazy there. Alright. Not crazy yet. That's good to know. It's always a good piece of information to have. Not yet crazy. Getting there, but not yet crazy. Okay, good. So we got this toggling on and off. And then the copy would hopefully be relatively simple. I wonder though. The one thing that does bother me about this though is that the text would still be visible if you did a view source. And I wonder if it's... I wonder if I should make that button really just do an AJAX call that brings the value down. Or is that overkill, I guess? I wonder. Okay, Baggins. you too. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters on this particular page. I mean, I think it's better that it's blurred out. And the fact that you can just see it if you view source, I don't think is a big deal. Because we're already in a page where you have to log in. You have to be logged in to see this page anyway. So, watching how devs work, yeah. It can be pretty fascinating sometimes. It can also be pretty tedious too. Yeah, I'll do it that way for now, and then maybe I'll revisit that and see what I want to do with it. Let's get the copy the clipboard working. So I want to basically go to the span and grab the text of it. Actually, that reminds me, I could just do, as I put this in a span, I could just do th text now. And put this in there. And that'll work. Okay. So copy to clipboard, then what does this have? This will be the copy client ID button here, and we'll say copy client ID button, click handle copy client ID. Handle copy client ID. Var ID rule this data ID. And then our client ID is found client ID text dash plus ID. That okay. Right. And navigator clipboard, I think I have to check to see if I have the permissions to do clipboard as well. I gotta put this up here. Whoops, I want that back here. JavaScript. Actually, does jQuery clipboard have a clipboard API? Using bank copy. No, I don't want to do that. Use clipboard API. Navigator clipboard. Or write text. Yeah, okay. Navigate clipboard. Right text. Right text. Returning a promise which is resolved once the text is fully copied. Implementing it to both promise compatibility section below. Firefox 4 Android doesn't work. Oh, for read? But it does let you write. Okay. That's fine. I don't need to read from it anyway. Samsung Internet. Right text. Go to right fail. Okay. Success is the first promise, and then failure is the second. Okay. We do navigator, clipboard, right text, point ID. And then unfulfilled and alright, now just do an alert. Failed. Success. Which makes sense. Did I put... I don't know if I have a way in JavaScript right now to pop up my success and its failures. Which I should have. Application.js. Right. So where does the messages go right now? So I got fragments and then messages. Messages box. Messages box. I wonder if I could put a... I look at this page. Is there any evidence of the top messages box? Navbar. No, there's not. Because it would be above this one. So I would have to put a... I mean, I could attach a div dynamically, though I don't really want to necessarily do that. I could just put a div up there that's always hidden. Like this is a fragment coming in that says top messages box. Actually, this is div should always be there. I'm surprised it's not. I wonder if that's being excluded in the layout. No, fragment messages is under div class call 10. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, that's right. Because I have the navigation the way I have it, I've moved it down into there. That's good. The fact that the messages box is there is good, because then I can just write to that whatever I need to write to it, because it's got an ID on it. So I can say not messages box. Okay. Let's write some JavaScript to be able to put messages dynamically on the page. So that you can see like, oh, this is succeeded or that failed or whatever. It's really just for these like sort of instant action things. So what was the name of it? Top messages box? Okay. Where's my app? J. This is something good for in here. So we want to say, I want want to make a function that is available. Function, show test message. Message. And what I'm going to do is have like a function show message type or message message type. Right. Here we'll say this will be the meat of the thing. So if type test, and then no. So it's the HTML plus equals backticks, and we'll say div class alert. Let me look at the messages here. Make sure I do the same one for success here. So it's alert success, alert dismissible, role alert. Just grab all of that right there. We have that. The div, close that div out, and then the message goes within a span. And there's a button there. So span and then button. Oops. Swap in between things here. And this would be $sign message. And I'm going to assume the message has already been looked up from the messages properties. And then I need the button, right? Keep swapping over there. I don't know why I keep doing that. Close there. I'm gonna have to place that, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be dynamic, so it's gonna be aria label and then go R close button text is that. Hopefully that'll work. Oh, this is a JS file. Is it not going to work in a JS file, is it? We don't process them through. We don't process the JS files through Thymeleaf. So I need another way of passing that message in here. That isn't a pain in the ass. Hmm. Why would I do that? I would have to have that button available already on the page as something that I can just copy over. Let me think here. I do this. I mean, obviously, if the JavaScript was on the page itself, I could. That's not really what I want to do. Or I just have to stick that page somewhere. I mean, that's basically what I have to do. I have to put this on the page somewhere, this button. Hide it. And it's just there for the copying. Huh. Either that or I just don't put a label on it. It kind of sucks, but I just may not be able to do it. Or you have to pass the close message in on every time you do show success message, which also pretty terrible. Well, and even then I'd have to still have to stash the message somewhere. I have to stash it in like a data attribute. Yeah, I guess we'll just forego the label text on it for right now until I can figure out a good way of doing that. that's for test. And then we want else if type is error. Just alert danger. And this, actually, I can just do that. Okay. And then else if light is worn. That would be alert warning. And we have that. And say else if light is info. And so that would be alert info, right? Alert info. Change icon. That. Okay. That's HTML, and then it's the matter of adding that to the DOM. Which you can do in jQuery. Add the previous set elements on stack that after insert content specified by the parameter. After each element, a set of matched elements. After an insert after perform the same task, major differences is in the syntax, specifically the placement of the content of target. With after the content is inserted comes from the method's argument. With insert after, on the other hand, the content precedes the method and is inserted after the target, which in turn is passed the insert after method's argument. Okay. Oh, I don't want after then. At the same level, I want child. I think there's pinned. Pinned or pinned to. Okay, Shin, have a good stream. I'll catch you later. I'm probably gonna have a shorter stream today anyway, because I got started late and I'm super hungry, so I might end in a few minutes just to get out there while it's still somewhat light and get some food. Into End method inserts specified content as the last child of each element in the jQuery collection. Good, that's what I want. Last child. Okay, so append. Append, I think, is what I want. So, we go $, pounds. Dot messages box. And HTML. Okay, and then these are just convenience things. This would just show message test. No error message. Error. No info message. So warning message. Okay. Again, though, I'm going to have the issue of how do I get the message? That's going to be... Oh, that's right. I said I would put it as a data attribute. Yeah, okay, never mind. So up here... So I'd say the data ID, ph data, error message, or just error MSG. And then ph data Text test MSG. And then this would be, I think I can just do generic things for this. So we'll say text, clipboard error, and text. I'll say text error, board error, text access board, copy. Failure. All right. Then you put those in messages properties. Text error, clipboard failure. Failed to copy to clipboard. Test board. What was that? Text access clipboard. Copy. Okay. Copy the clipboard. There's a couple other things too. Button delete, button edit, button view, button copy. I have a button copy to clipboard. Alrighty, so we can use that. A view, delete, and edit I don't have. Alright, so now I have error message and success message passed in. We can say var error message is this data error message. Message. So first one is that's right. So we say Just this message. This message. Message. Okay. So then, look at this. Copy to clipboard. Yep, I did copy it to the clipboard. Okay. Awesome. I can't really make it fail. Unless, well, actually, I could if I went to HTTP, the HTTPS, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna assume that just works. Also, does this add? If I do this multiple times, it should add it, right? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's their copy, basic copy functionality. We have basic JavaScript error messages we can send now. And info messages. Can view blurry stuff. Then I can bring down, since I got the client ID, I want to bring the everything into it. We need text, developer applications, header, client secret. Client ID. We copy these. All right, and then this is the client secrets. Secret. View client secret button. Yeah, I think the rest of that stays the same pretty much. And then I need to add this here as the header. Secret. And then I need to do the JavaScript for it, right? So copy client secret, view client secret. Okay. Client secret, so client secret toggle. There. copy these. Secret there, everything else is the same. Probably change this so it's different. Secret and here. Okay, pretty much the same there, except for a few little changes. I should just make that clipboard a method up in the application.js, because it's pretty much going to be this. Well, should I? I mean, am I just going to show success and error messages? I guess I'm not going to do anything different. Yeah, I could probably do that just as a basic. Just a basic copy to clipboard thing. Let's do that. Do that, and then over here, put that, and that up here, and just change this to text. Save, and here just say copy to clipboard. Client secret. This message, error message. Same thing with this. This message, error message. Boom. Anti-spam. It would be nice to have like a... Oh, I have the blur thing. That'd be another one, right? Function toggle blur. And then that would take a text. Tag. Actually, I'd just do like text. Yeah, I guess I'll take the tag in. So text HTML tag and visible button icon tag. So text tag and icon tag. And then this way will be consistent with it too, with whatever icon we use. Tag there, and then icon tag. So, toggle blur text, client ID, span, button icon. Span, button icon. All right, so those are all kind of a little more centralized since it's shared code for the most part. There we go. So visibility of that. Do that. Copy the right one. It did. Copied as well. Okay, we're getting there. I don't want the actions to go down the page like this, so I need to force this to be a minimum size. That table. So where are we looking at here? I wonder if I do that. I guess I have to do that to TD side things. So TD. There's something in Bootstrap to do that. Table. With. Table column with hover. Vertical alignment. Fire captions. Responsive. Let's see. Bootstrap 5 min table min column width. Column, the grid of table, minimum width. This approach, you can fix that with table. Fix no wrap. Text no wrap not work anymore? PD class text no wrap. Oh, that still works. Okay, works for me. Keep those buttons on the one line. I do need more room between the table and the button, though. That is annoying me a little bit. So let's do button primary, margin bottom 3 on that. That's better. Give it a little bit more room, and actually can add applications to do margin top 2. There we go. It's a little bit more, a little bit roomier, I would say. More room for activities. This is showing us what we got here, and then I don't have the delete or edit wired up yet. I could edit up. I could edit up. Could wire up the delete. Any edit. But I think honestly, I'm kind of done for today right now. My brain is a little bit fried. I'm also hungry, on top of everything else. And it's rainy and stuff. I'd like to get out there while there's still a little bit of light to go get some food because of the rain. Rain at nighttime. Nighttime driving sucks for me as it is, but then add rain in, it sucks even more. So I kind of want to go do that, get all that done, and stuff. So yeah, it's a shame I got like such a late start, but I just couldn't get rolling today. Been just a rough morning, just getting started. But yeah, we still made some little bit of progress here. Not maybe as much as I would have liked to have made, but we're still making it, still moving forward, as we always are. I still need to like wire up the users approved and stuff, but that'll come. That'll come a little bit later. I'm not too concerned about that at the moment. Like I said, the edit will be largely a copy of the new application page, but there'll be a few things you can't edit. Client secret, there should be like a third button here for to regenerate the secret, maybe. Yeah, let's do that right now. I want to put it in between the two. So we'll stay here. Regenerate. Right, secret button. This would be button. What have I been naming this stuff? Developer applications. Regenerate client secret. Grab that in messages properties here. Okay. That. And then that would be wired up via an AJAX call. I'll probably still need the error message and success message, but it'll be a different one. Regenerating it. Really all it needs to do is regenerate and save. Oh, you know what? No. So if I regenerate it, I'll just have it refresh the whole page. Because why not at that point? And then we can do the actual error messages the normal way. So those. Then I want the FA copy. I want. What else do we have here? Arrows. Yeah, I think arrows rotate. FAS, FA arrows rotate. Right, and then regenerate client secret. I can just have that trigger a form down here. Form ID, generate client secret form. Action would be developer applications regenerate secret. Method post. And then put type is hidden. Name would be ID. You. Empty. And all I have to do is populate that ID and then post this form. So what do we got here? Regenerate client secret button. Go to applications.js. Alright, client secret button on. Click. Handle. Regenerate secret client secret. Client secret. The ID is, whoops, wrong thing. This data ID. And then where's the let me put an ID on this so it's easier to get at. ID is Regenerate client secret ID input. And back over here, just do that. Reference that by ID. Val is ID. And then grab the form name. Client secret form. And do submit. There. Does that have... Yeah, I think it automatically puts the... It puts the CSRF value in there, I think. Alright, so I just need to make in the... Let's stop the server for a second. And then in the... dashboard, in the controller, I need a regenerate secret method here. Regenerate secret. Request. Model. Bring ID. This is at requests. Paren name is ID. Required is true. Post mapping. This would be applications. Regenerate secret. This would return back to view. So it's the return view applications. Yeah, we'll just come back to the view page. And then all I need to do is call to something to regenerate this secret, which would be up in here. So I have a client registry. It'll be where ID is something here. So look from OAuth to client registry. Alright, so public boolean update client secret. String ID. Could it? No, I'm not going to return it. I'm just going to update it, and then that's that. Because when you refresh the page, it'll return it. So string SQL is update OAuth to client registry. Set client secret. Do I still have them as underscores? Yeah, I think I do. Client secret equal to something. And then is there a okay, there's no like last updated or anything. Maybe I'd want to put a last update on there at some time, but right now we don't have it. So just set the client secret and okay. Oops, switching off of that. So client secret was whatever where ID equals something. This is a UUID. All right. So I have a generate. Let me make this a private thing here. Private string generate client secret. Copy that. Paste that and then return this. All right, and then I can just keep this stuff here. Generate client secret. Excellent. And now I can just reuse that down here. Say string client secret equals generate client secret and rows equals DDBC templates dot update with that equal client secret and ID passed in and return rows greater than 0. That okay. But over here, all I gotta do is say try catch DAO dot update client secret or whatever ID was passed in. Booleans test if success, if not success. Logger.error unable to regenerate client secret. Add error message. Request. Text error server error. Else add test message request, and I guess it would be text. Wait, how have I been naming these? Okay, developer text success. Client secret generated. New client secret generated. Copy that over to here. Paste that in there. Test. Catch exception. Logger error. Unable to regenerate client secret. And then give it exception. Add error message request. Fix error server error. And put this as can't find record with ID. Okay. So that's good. Project, clean this and build. Clean deploy and clean the work directory. See where we're at. All right, bring this back up. So right now our client secret is UTDY75, what it starts with. So I'll do regenerate. Oh, we got an error. I even put the wrong error message in there. Fix error. Keep doing that. All right, and what was the actual message here? The OAuth2 client registry. Oh, that's right. The ID in the OAuth2 client registry is not a UUID, right? No, it's just a varchar 100. Okay. Did I have the right? Did I put the right parameter in there at least? Not telling me that I don't have a high enough logging level. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Over here. Let's get rid of that. Save. And then stop the server and recompile here. Go. Start that again. And now we'll have what we had before, right? Yep. New client secret generated, and indeed, there is a new one generated. Try a new one here. Yep. Another brand new one there. Cool beads. That is working. That is working. I could really quickly get the delete working. I don't know. Also, I don't like... First of all, these don't look like buttons. So I gotta make them look like they're actual buttons, I think. But also, I'm wondering if I should... The secret and the ID are going to be long. I'm wondering if I should shove them into a read-only input field. Well, I mean, if I do that, then all that work I did for the blur is going to be for naught, but or at least I need a way for the buttons to kind of stay. I guess I could move the regenerate button over to the actions. So that stays in line, but then the view and the copy, like the view and the copy feel like they should be next to the things that you're going to view and or copy. It's just I don't like that they change positions. I could make it so that those fields don't wrap, and then they would always line up. Then you gotta scroll all the way to the right for the client secret to see the buttons. Or I could put the buttons at the very beginning. Instead of at the end. What does it look like if I put them at the beginning? Let's do that. Let's swap these around. Just move this band down here. And that one down there. Let's just take a look at what that looks like. I think it's better. At least they're always in the same spot. Yeah, I think it's better. It's still not very aesthetically pleasing. Just kind of why I feel like I need to just shove the client ID and the client secret into a read-only input field. Then I have to, well, pulling them out of an input field is a lot easier than, well, I guess it's not that much easier, but it's easier than what I'm doing now. But if I put them in an input field, then I can make this a form group, and these buttons will all stay together and actually look like buttons. It kind of solves a couple problems at once. My beautiful blur will go away though. I mean, I still need to blur it. But I wonder if you can blur a text field or an input field. I mean, CSS blur input. Blur only text inside input, not whole input element. I mean, I'm fine with doing the whole input element. Oh. Okay. So the blur thing that I'm using right now will just work on the full input element, which I am fine with. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. I think that's what I'll do is I'll make this a form group and put the buttons at the beginning and then have it kind of wrangled in that way, because then I can set the size of it to a certain size and then kind of compress the table down so it's not taking up so much vertical space. The other thing too, kind of like for these buttons to look like buttons. Right now they don't. And I'm wondering, there's a button thing, right? A button group. But input group layout. This group, active items, table items, links and buttons. This group item action and button elements. Button group. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. Button group. Class button group. Role group. Class button group. Role group. Button group. Role group. What does that look like? Oh, that's the right one. A little bit better. Table's kind of weird, but these are closer by. Maybe I should do it instead of on the TD. Do it inside. Do a div inside here. Div class button group. All right, let's see what that. Okay, well, it doesn't mess up the table now, which is nice. It's not really showing his buttons. I guess button secondary outline is not really working on this one. What if I just did buttons secondary like that? Oh, hey, Jadel. So right now, I am currently on a Microsoft Surface tablet computer that is running Ubuntu. I took Windows 11 off of it and put Kubuntu on it. That's my development environment you're seeing right now. Normally I'm on Windows for most stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now for the development environment. So, button secondary. So how does that look? I kind of like that better. Yeah, I kind of like that a little bit better. For the actions anyway. Makes them stand out a little bit. Yeah, I kind of stuck to the Linux distro that I knew the best, which was Ubuntu, in this case with KDE on it. So Kubuntu. I had to install. There's an open source project out there that has a Linux patch, kernel patch, that patches in some of the functions for Microsoft Surface tablets. So like the keyboard cover and the touchpad and stuff like that. It doesn't quite, the camera doesn't quite work, but I never really need it, so it doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, they had that stuff out there, so they had all the instructions on what you had to do to get it to boot and everything, so followed all that, and it worked out pretty good so far. I haven't updated in a while, but it does been running like a charm, pretty much, for me. So that was nice. Cool, very cool. All right. I know I've been saying this like 20 times now, but I am actually going to end the stream now. Because I got a few of those things done and working. I'm a little bit happier with how that looks. A little bit happier. So let's go and let me go and commit some stuff to the branch here. Let's stop the server. And commit. Add those in there. More developer dashboard application management. And that's about it. I don't need to go into too much more detail because I'm going to probably squash all these commits down into one anyway and toss these messages. So I'm on a branch, right? Yep. Okay. Cool. That should be out there now on the branch. Yep. Cool. I have a lot of Dependabot pull requests to go through too and everything, but we're close to the point where I can like actually probably merge this branch down into, or do a pull request and push it down into the main trunk at some point here. We're close, I would say, friends, on that. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for today, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Hey, lady, welcome. You came in right at the tail end here. I'm about to skedaddle right now. Yeah, that'll do it for today. Then go out and get some food and things. Not long out of bed. Oh, there you go. Yeah, time zones. Time zones are terrible sometimes here. So yes, like I said, I'll do it for me for today, friends. Thank you everyone for watching and hanging out and keeping me company and all of those things. I will be back tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be back to doing some gaming. So tomorrow afternoon I'll be doing some more Starfield. Monday night will be some Starfield. Tuesday night will be some Starfield. And then Wednesday night and Thursday night I'll be back in Dragon Quest XI, picking that back up again. And then next Friday night will be coding again, and next Saturday afternoon, presumably, we'll be coding again. So that is the schedule as I know it right now, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Now let me go see if there's someone on Kick I can host. I believe there are a few. Yep. Speaking of Starfield, I'm gonna send you guys over to Technofreak. You can go watch some Starfield over there. He's been playing all day, and I'll let you guys run and do that. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Who are you, and how did you get in here? I'm the locksmith. And I'm the locksmith.